Hey everyone, it's David here once again, and today we're going to go out fishing. I know it's been a while, we'll get into more details later. So I figured I'll do this now because, you know, after this week I'll be in Aruba. So so we're going to try one pond and see if that will work out. If that doesn't work, we'll just go to another pond. So I will see you at the pond. So see you then. Alright, so here we are at the pond. So it doesn't look too bad. But there was one big problem. Now, I just gonna give you a heads up, I did not get my live bait because now I'm gonna go fishing, but I don't have live bait because I forgot to get it when I was leaving the truck. So today what we're gonna do is that we're gonna try something different. So we're gonna fish with this jig. And I remember in one of my comments and all that stuff saying that I should try fishing with the jig and all that stuff. So, and I had a history of catching basses here before at the spot. Well, at least one of them. So, and I'm also gonna have use one of these as one of the tails. It's like one of those gulp things. So I believe that what you do is that you put it on the hook and all this stuff. It'll look like a tail of something, and yeah, so but yeah, so all right, well, we'll see what happens. If we catch a fish today, that'll be great, but if we don't, then it won't be for a couple more weeks. So let's get this thing set up. So here's what the jig, the setup is like. It's like a little bit of a, you know, there's a tail on it and all the stuff, and see what happens. See if we can catch. Someone I had a comment on one of my videos. I believe it's the one with the last one at the fishing day when I was up in New Hampshire, and they said that if you try fishing with lures like jigs, you know, you'll see the outcome. But never really have luck on lures, but we'll give it a shot. So because of that, I'll be fishing for probably about now. I know, like, I've seen videos on YouTube about fishing with jigs and all that stuff, and you're supposed to well, the slight problem right now, this is a, yeah, because I don't have a bobber. Since I don't have a bobber on me, it might cover it up in weeds, and because of the base of the low of the water that is, I don't know. So I'm just gonna, we can't have that, because if it's covered in the weeds, it's not gonna be good. Yeah, so as you can see, covered up in the weeds. So now, I mean, I could try cast a little further, but I don't know. I mean, that might not work too well, but I don't know. I mean, at least I gotta try to catch something, because I don't have nothing. Not that, I mean, I do want to try to fish without a bobber. I know I've done it before. I've caught a fish before with this. I mean, without bobbers, but that's the reason why I use bobbers. I can tell you right now, it's stuck in the weeds. I hate when that happens. So I guess that we'll find an alternative plan, because due to, I can see it, but nothing. So this is not going to work without the bobber. So with the bobber, we're gonna have to try something a little bit different, okay? I don't know if I set this up right or got the wrong fishtail. Well, you know, well, call it that way, but Sid Bass loves these, but because without the right proper bait, I'm not going to be able to get, I don't even have worms, so alrighty, so I'm not going to deal with that, so we're just going to put a bobber on there. So even though I don't know if you're supposed to, but based on the water, we're just going to have to go with that plan until I can. But this is what happens, guys, when you don't get prepared, you know. Getting all that seaweed out of the water and putting it into the so, although I don't even know if I have the right weights for this, but it is what it is. So alrighty. Alright, so I just put a bobber on there, and just to see like what's gonna do. Oh, what's that over there? It causes some activity going on over there. I mean, you know, I gotta figure out what I have to do here, because I don't want to, like, it stays afloat. I could barely see my bobber, but let's see how bad the damage is. See, the water is so darn low, I can't, the water is so deep. I don't even know what's, like, well, I don't know how deep the water is. I just don't know exactly how this is gonna work, you know, without, like, maybe I might have to adjust the bobber up a little bit, see what happens, you know. You know, like maybe it won't be too high, but I mean, it won't be in that low base. But I know it's supposed to hit the ground, but I could barely see my bobber, but it looks like it was doing some activity, and not even like doing anything. Like, I mean, with all the lily ponds right there, you can see like all the so. Well, if I don't catch a fish today, then it is what it is, you know. And you know, the stinky part too is that I actually finally put reel in one of my, not put fish in one of my, no, what am I trying to say? I think what I'm trying to tell you is that I put line on one of my rods, when was it, like a couple weeks ago or something like that, and I managed Yeah, it was, no, it was not a couple weeks ago. It was last week, actually. So I just, you know, did that. And it was on one of my bait casters. I don't know, like, what it's doing. But it seems like to me that taking a darn look at it, too. You know, but... well, it isn't too bad, but it's... although I don't know if I have the right bait for it, too. Like, you know, like having the right bait for it, so I don't know. Well, not like the right plastic worms for it, but, you know, I'm just trying out new things, so can't hurt, right? Oh, that was almost a lousy cast. If I can catch a bass with this thing, and they say I was just told that it just gives you best results, so I don't know. I know I've caught basses with worms before, but not like in a particular, you know, not with bait, not with like plastic baits and all that stuff, so I don't know. Alrighty, so I just lowered down the bobble a little bit, so maybe, hopefully, it doesn't get too much in. What kind of animal is that? I was hearing that off camera, so we're just gonna see. You know, even if I brought the worms, I don't know. Be a great nature sound, huh? I don't know. No, 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 no. No, 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 don't. Shoot. I don't know, guys. This is not going to be a good day for me. I can tell you that right now. Alright. I'm stuck. There's definitely no fish. Just no. Cast it at the wrong area. You gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Alright. Well, I managed to get it out, but as you can see, I don't know what I got caught in there. And obviously, well, what happened was that I cast it right over there where those lily pads would be. I think this water is just too darn low to go fishing at this spot. You know, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But it's just, this isn't fun when the water is that low and I can barely see my bobber. I can barely see my bobber, so I don't know, guys. I mean, it kind of almost makes me like, you know, this isn't a good idea for lures and all that stuff. Actually, if you saw in my last video that I actually, well, it was actually 2 years ago, I was making a video I might have gone to the other pond. Let's see. If I catch a fish, like probably more, I don't think a bluegill will catch this. You know, the hook is too big, and not only that, the, you know, so, oh, I thought I caught something. It was just sunk down. Although, unless it was the seaweeds. Maybe that's what I should do. I don't know. I could have been a trick. Maybe something at my end. I don't know. At least that, you know, I can't even see where my bobber went. Oh, there it is. I wonder if I take the weights off of it and then like maybe just see like the activity that it could do, and then just figure it out, you know, that way, and then, you know, just see what it will do, you know. Because I think that maybe with the weights and all that stuff, it sinks it down, and just making it sort of impossible to, you know, see what the activity is doing. So maybe that could be the case. And I don't know 100% true or not if the weights are basically cast as less and all that stuff, but I don't know. Because with it floating, well, with it floats, you know, that way. So, I'm just super annoyed because due to, you know, the fact that I don't have any, that I forgot to bring my worms, and, you know, well, you know what it is? You know, it kind of was like a little bit of screw up day because, you know, what happens is that we really go out to Kohl's to like go get clothes for Aruba, you know, and all that stuff. And what happened was that we didn't, you know, I know it would be a half an hour and all that stuff, but I told my mom, I said, I'm going fishing afterwards, so I'm going to go fishing. Because I went for my morning walk and then decided to do a little bit of fishing. So, if I caught one fish, it would be a miracle if I got something, you know. I mean, I like to try to fish for jigs or something like that. See if that will do any good. frick is that thing? Oh, yeah, sorry. I get startled when something happens like that. Which, I don't know why, it's just... Alright guys, so I really doubtful that I'm gonna get a fish based on the conditions are. So if I do this again, I'll probably not do it here. I'll do it at like at the other lake and all that stuff. I know there's a couple. I don't usually go to the other one, which is the one I, you know, Plugs Pond actually called it. And what it is that, you know, it gets busy in the summer. So I mean, I could try it out there too at that place if I like, you know. Maybe I can just try it without the bobber. Although, like I said, no luck with that. I mean, because it's always like... But I wonder if it's perfect. Like, maybe, like, jigs are probably good for, like, kayaks and all that stuff. Like, when I went on the kayak. I don't know. So, alrighty. Oh, yeah, I can see my bob a little bit. What I did was I ended up taking the weights off. So, that way it doesn't look like it was going down. That way I can see it in a little bit.
How we doing?
Doing good.
Give me a look?
No, not yet.
They see all around those, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so I'm just trying to think, like, you know, I'm not going to, you know, not stop using like lures. I mean, I want to try to do it without like worms or something like that, because as you can see, this is basically why you need to learn how to use bait. So, well, plastic baits or fake baits. I mean, I know this isn't the proper way because with the bobber, but you guys saw it, so it is what it is. So, also guys, and just in case let you guys know that the reason I wasn't fishing this week, it was because due to work and all that stuff. And I worked like 3 days last week, so because I was on call. So, and what that does is that, you know, I'm on like a 3-day vacation. Like I'm not 3 day, I was on call, so I'm meaning that I'm on duty. But I'm doing a campground like I did last year. It was like this camp and all this stuff. You pick up the kids from students and, you know, the camp counselors and all this stuff at the school, whatever you're at, and you just drop them off at the camp, and then you pick them up at the camp, and then, you know, I want to get away from that lily pad as possible. So, you know, it's done. Funny thing is, it's supposed to make a certain noise that, you know, came with it. So, but I don't know. But anyway, so next week I'll be on vacation. Not vacation. I'm on basically vacation, but I'm also on. I'm working 5 days a week right now. I mean, starting Monday. And then going back to Aruba. Going to Aruba. You know, it's funny. I thought I can cast a little further than that, but I don't know if I. Even the weights are off. One's because I have the bobber. Or if I have a certain way of setting it up, but I don't know. So, oh, this fish is down there, a little small though. I see the YouTube videos about with jigs and all that stuff. And I guess that, you know, it depends on, you know, where you're at and all that stuff. It's just, you know, and it's like always down to the bottom of the water. But I don't know what cameras they use to. Well, that's just me doing it. Because, I mean, but they're like down on the bottom of the water, so. I see something going on, and I didn't even touch. I see something going on. I can see it, but I don't know. Yeah, there's something going on. I can see it moving, and I'm not even like, I wasn't doing this. I know there's something going on behind. I know there's something going on right there. I just know it. I can tell because like the bobber was moving and I'm not even doing. All right, let me see. Oh, you know what it did? It must have eaten my bait. It never done that before. That was impossible because it just like ate the bait or whatever it did. I don't know what it did. Alright, alright, it's just had another plan, okay? Maybe it's just gotta be like, maybe I can put 2 of these in and see if it like make it look like something's in there. So it was like, let me show you if I can get this right. That is, but I mean, man, I never seen that it would take my, because there's something like this that must have just like eaten it or something like that. So I'm thinking that it's working. It's just, it's doing the trick, but I think the problem is that it's just not. Alright, so I just put 2 in there just to see what happened. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that right, but that's just insane. My bait just disappeared. I've never seen that before. You know, I mean, I don't know. It sounds like them. It sounds like there's something going on, but I can tell you right now, it might be the case, but I don't know. We have to see though. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember if I cast in a... Although that's impossible if that flies off the hook, but I don't know. But I mean... Oh, did I thought I caught something. Although I don't know if that was too good to be true or something, I don't know, but it looked like there was activity going on. Although I didn't pull it or just wait for it like I did at the thing, so I don't know. If I caught it bass, I mean, if I caught fish, I'm definitely gonna call it. So let's see. Oh. That's why I tell you guys, don't, it's like, it says don't give up. You never know what's gonna happen. Because I was just talking about that, like, that bait wouldn't be let off. It's sort of impossible, but... yeah, it's doing something. I just know it. There's activity going on there. And I know the fact, though. Because if that's the case, it might have not just, like, it must have slipped off the hook. Like, or maybe something like that. Maybe when the fish is biting it off. And I can tell, by the way, right now, that it did something. So, technically, they're going after this bait. So, I just don't know what's underneath it, so... That's why it's always a good idea to have a bobber, because it seems like it's doing the rook. Oh. I'm getting it. I'm getting activity. I'm just getting it. I know it. I know it's starting. Trust me, I know it. I can tell. You know, something's going after this thing. Something's going after this thing. And it's not even weeds or anything like that. It's definitely not weeds, because you can't see me not peeling it off. So, yeah, something's after this. I knew it. I wasn't too sure. I was being doubtful at first. Oh, I didn't see the bobber first because I was doing some movements like you're supposed to do with jigs. So, something's doing it, guys. Something is doing it. I'm doing good.
Good, you could pick a shady spot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's hot in the sun.
All right, so this thing's just about to get things interesting, isn't it? So yeah. Oh yeah, something's nabbing it. I don't know what it is, but I can tell you right now. Something's trying to take it. I can tell right now. Let's do a few movements. Oh man, things are just about to get interesting. I can tell you that right now. Excuse me. So, but it'd be awesome if I just catch a darn fish. I mean, I just know it. I know it can happen. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap for the video today. As you can just see, I didn't catch nothing. I saved so much of the film because I wanted to like protect my GoPro batteries and all this stuff. Although I only have 2, but lately I've been using 1. So, but it's always a good idea to have a backup just in case. So, not only that, I just didn't want to make a longer video. So, but as you can just see, things just got a little bit interesting when I was using the, you know, the jig, and you know, that was the only unfortunate part with that, was because I didn't catch anything. It seemed like it was doing something, it was doing some activity, but it just didn't catch it. So now, I mean, and in case you guys already know, that I did lose one of my plastic baits and all this stuff. So I mean, I don't think it would have slipped out and all this stuff when I cast. It might have just like, maybe when the fish got it and all that stuff, it just probably like maybe it slipped it out. I don't know. I have no idea what it did. So, and you know, obviously I didn't cast too far, and I mean, probably because I don't know, maybe this line is a little old. I'm gonna recap that video and all that stuff from, I think it was from last year. They said that it has line memory and all that stuff, so maybe like get a certain line. I mean, this line is pretty old anyway. And you know, because I got this line along with the rod and reel at the Bass Pro Shop. No wait, no, it wasn't Bass Pro Shop, it was Cabela's, sorry. The rod did say it and all that stuff, so it does say Bass Pro Shop, or unless it says Cabela's, I don't know. But anyway, it could have been a little bit better if I actually did bring my red worms, or because that's what I got, or that's what I bought, but somehow I didn't. I don't know what happened. Well, actually I do know what happened. It was a recap that things just got screwed up or messed up and all that stuff, because I thought that we were going to go down to Kohl's to get, you know, my, you know, clothes for Aruba. So now obviously I will not be fishing and all that stuff, so during that time, because I'll be getting ready for Aruba, I'll be getting ready for work and all that stuff. So obviously that is not going to, you know, yeah, so that's not really going to be, you know, I'm not going to do some fishing for quite a while. So I'm just going to put, when I probably come back, I'm going to try to put some line on my reel, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm probably going to do, I want to do the same thing with the jig. I might do it at a different location, so, or unless I get another different type of bait, I don't know. So unless I used the wrong bait, but I don't know. I thought maybe I was looking it up and just see it there. All right guys, so I'm sorry we didn't catch anything and all this stuff, and I know that I brought my other rod and reel where I put some new line on it, but if only I brought my worms, if I only remember it. But oh well, it is what it is. Alright guys, so make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell button so you don't miss out on my videos. I'm actually almost close to 100 subscribers and all that stuff, so I'm not sure if I mentioned this. I probably didn't mention it at all. So I'm gonna do a special video, guys. So if you looked at my 2022 video, like back in like you know, the kids run, you'll see something about that. So it's getting close. So alrighty guys, so like I said, like, subscribe. See you then. Bye bye.